Boom. Episode 23, TC Backer Construction, behind the tool belt. It is good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. We are excited. So I know, real quick, while you guys are sharing, I just want to take care of a couple housekeeping. If you could put your town in the comments, that would be appreciated. We appreciate your support. Without the community, this show would not exist. So we appreciate you. Secondly, if you could like the page, thank you for getting us over 1,000. We appreciate that. And follow the page so when we go live, we appreciate that. The other thing is, when you start a watch party after you share it, you can invite your friends then. So that'll be great if you can invite your friends. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate your support. TC Backer and Horizon Lawns LLC. They take care of your roofing, your siding. Give me 1 second. Windows and gutters. They do repair to installation, small job to big job. With the Horizon Lawns LLC, they'll do landscape and hardscaping. They'll do one job or do a monthly job. So these are things you can find out. I listen to them and get the 3 estimates like they tell me to do. I've learned a lot, so they educate the consumers. They're also looking, if you're a salesperson, a lot of shifting is in the economy right now. It's a great opportunity. This business has been around for centuries, construction, the trades. So if you're good at gutters, roofing, siding, they're looking for you. Okay, you need to have a license. This is in central Pennsylvania area. You can reach out to them on 321 Gutter Done. If you are into sales and you like just dealing with people and helping people, they're looking for salespeople, men or women. Whoever doesn't have to be asked to come to work. Whoever doesn't have to be asked to do the right thing and go the extra mile. If you're an extra miler, they're looking for you. They're looking for you. So you might be a teacher. You might be a car salesperson. You might be working in a restaurant, a waitress or waiter, perfect for this job. And, your restaurant, is not open like it was and you're not serving. They're looking for you. And if you're a crafts person that likes to get on the ladder, get in the truck, take the cooler, go to work, be out there with nature, and make people's houses look like castles again. They're looking for you. Mm-hmm. We appreciate it to have you guys in here.
Yeah, it's nice to be back.
Good to have you back.
Yeah.
The whole team's back in here. Yeah, squad goals.
Yeah, man.
So I'll let you kind of take over.
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to thank everyone for popping in here. We got a lot of people in here already, 62 people. Thank you everyone for watching us religiously. Please share the stream, like Shane said, it helps us out a lot. You guys do a great job with that as it is, but if you have not liked the page yet, please hop on TC Backer Construction's main Facebook page, like it, hit the bell so that you get notified when we go live. Today we got a guest, John Stauffer. He's the owner of Flash Avenue LLC. He does a lot of our marketing and website design and Facebook stuff for us. So he's going to be talking a lot about that kind of stuff. How you doing, John?
Pretty good. How you guys?
Good, man. Good.
Real
Good
good.
to have you.
All right. You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
We hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear us
I
okay?
apologize for my face. It's probably hurting a lot of people.
Actually, like I said earlier, you look about 15 years younger, buddy, on video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the gray. It's the gray hair.
Your wife must have did a good job on your makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you cut my hair out in the backyard last night.
There you go. Cool.
Appreciate that.
Strapping young man. Yep.
So I guess we'll start off, John. We like to try to let our guests kind of introduce themselves, because
Sure.
no one can explain John Stauffer better than John Stauffer. So just tell us about yourself, man, in your own words.
Wow. Let's see. John Stauffer, in my own words, I would say you had asked me earlier what drives me. And it didn't take long to think about it. There's a mantra that I kind of been living by for the last 13 years. It's called Happy Wife, Happy Life. And after being a bachelor for the majority of my days, I really embrace the concept, because when I make her happy, my life is golden. We do great stuff. enjoy life. Now I apologize that the sun's coming beaming on my face real bright. I've been into computers and marketing probably since 1995. What's that, 25 years maybe? 22, 35 years? What's the math on that? 25 years?
A long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I took a course at Penn State on computers and kind of fell in love with it. I've been sort of an enthusiast for creativity. I love to play the guitar, love to make music, love challenges for anything that's competitive. And born and raised in York County, born in York Hospital. Started off in Spring Grove for up through elementary school and moved to suburban Red Line School District as a bachelor. Now I'm in Mount Wolf. So it brings me here. I've been working with sites and marketing online, and clients get new customers. Like I say, since 1995 I started. Been doing it full time since 2000. About maybe 15, 13 years ago, I got rid of my office that I used to have. I'm working fully remotely from a laptop wherever I want. I should be on the beach right now, but I'm just not smart enough all the time. But, I mean, that's a kind of a wrap up of how I got here. I got plenty to talk about if you want to ask me what the heck drives me. I don't know if I can share my screen here, but I'll try. See what happens.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome,
that
man.
sounds like a good idea.
I didn't know that you were into music, man. I didn't know that you played guitar.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's my collection. Can you see that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We can
Wow.
access that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, John, is
I'm
the
look-
guitar your favorite instrument, or do you play multiple instruments?
Well, I played bass for a while, and I still play bass once in a while. But guitar is my first love. I started guitar lessons when I was 13. If you can tell, I'm a Gibson Les Paul fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the brand of electric guitar that I use there. Yeah, Chris asked me, he said, what drives you? And I thought, well, I'm a second born. I have a 2-year older brother who's a biochemist. And from day one of my birth, I've been very competitive about things. Here's a snapshot of my 4 first place punt, pass, and kick trophies when I lived in Spring Grove from
Wow.
age 10 to age 13. Not the biggest guy on the block, but if you tell me I can't beat somebody at something, then they better watch out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably
And,
why you fit in the circle so well,
I'm
John.
going through here. Here's a picture of the fam
Awesome.
before and after.
Oh
You
my.
can see that.
You look
Yeah, I got 2
exactly
boys and
you
my
look
wife has
exactly
a
the same.
daughter and son. I look like 20 years older there, don't
Yeah, man. Aging in reverse, John. How you do it?
I? So anyway,
Good stuff,
that's
man.
about me.
Beautiful
I'm an Eagles
family.
fan, you know Tyrus.
Yes, good job.
He appreciates that. He likes the Giants, but I know that deep down,
Makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Right.
Here's my
Yes.
here's my youngest boy with his Eagles towel that he got when he went to the. Remember when the Eagles beat the Vikings on their way to the Super Bowl?
Nice.
At the NFC Championship game in Philly when they won to the Vikings like 43-7.
Did they beat him with a backup quarterback?
Oh yeah, Nick Foles, baby.
It doesn't
There's
count
his
when your backup's
signature
better
right
than your
there.
starter.
Man, it doesn't get any more magical than
You
that.
can see my mouth. But the Eagles had a charity softball game the following, like 2 months after the Super Bowl, and we got to get all their signatures. Over here, you can see the list of the signatures
Nice.
on the right side there.
Oh yeah.
So that was a highlight of my life for my son. I mostly enjoy the Eagles because they provided a lot of fun times for my family. So anyway, enough about my history.
Awesome.
Oh, Gabby Leapart's on here. Hi, Gabby.
What's going on,
Say
everyone?
again?
So, John, how long have you been in business?
Well, I started making websites in 1995. That was about the same year I got my computer. In 94, I got my computer, my very own computer setup that had a printer and a scanner. You know, like you can get a scanner now at Staples for $40 or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I had a $1,600 tabletop scanner and a $1,600 inkjet printer, and started designing graphics, and I had a graphics background from working at sign shops in my early years, and then I started designing like logos and letterhead, business communications and things, and as soon as I got into that, this internet thing came out, and I figured, well, I better buck up and learn how to do that. So I've been making websites since 1995, and ever since. Let me see here.
So, John, you know what like algorithms are and words like SEOs and things like that. Like what is an algorithm? You know, or when someone says something, you know, you receive them organically, or you know, like give us the down low on like those terms. You know, when people use those words, like what the heck does any of that mean?
Yeah, because we do say that a lot. We do say, you know, share the post because it helps with the algorithms.
Yeah.
You know, and some people might not understand what that means. What is that?
Well, when someone does a search, say on Google, Google might look at the content of your website, the guts of it. There's a a balance between having if I search for roofing Dover, PA, it'll be a matter of your website has that content in it. There are strategic places to post keyword phrases like roofing Dover, PA in the back end guts of the website, so that Google will recognize that what your intentions are. And then there are a whole network of things Google would look at, like, well, how do you do on Facebook? Do you talk about roofing on your Facebook page? Do you talk about roofing on blog posts out there on the internet, on magazine articles that might be out in the industry? And it puts together a whole giant, kind of like a web footprint, an evaluation of how you rate with that kind of topics and how many people look at your stuff. Mm-hmm. And that, I would say that a cumulative footprint is what they might call the algorithm of what gives you a good rating on your Google presence or on your search results. Let me see if I can just stop sharing my screen, because there we go.
Well, what gives you good algorithms?
Well, what gives you good algorithms? Boy, there's a combination of hundreds of things that I would say what I would start with if I was starting from scratch and working on somebody's web presence, if they had none. Build them a good website, infuse it with, I do some research to see what terms people search for their products or services, and then infuse that in the language of the website itself. Then also into the guts of the coding of the web pages. They call that the on-page or on-site SEO. You kind of have to put your suit on and look good first before you start making any waves on the internet. So you take care of your own site as a step one, and then Then there are other efforts to go off-page optimizing to promote yourself, say, through Facebook or Instagram or even Twitters and what have you. Writing articles for other websites that have strategic links in them that return traffic to your site. Say, might write an article and post it on USA Today that has information about your industry and your company, and then some links that drive them back to your website. So there's a whole. I got a crazy looking graphic here that attempts to describe what I'm saying here. Can you see that? Is that showing on your screen the
Not yet.
different WordPress, Tumblr, Blogspot? Let me see here. I guess I have to hit share. Duh. How about that? Is that showing now?
Mm-hmm.
Where it says your site at the top?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
This is just a visual to show that, well, heck, if we write articles and post them in these different areas on the internet, some being articles on other people's websites, other businesses' websites, magazine websites, or other blog websites that are really not tied to us at all. We post them out there and drive different links to different levels of the internet. It mirrors viral content, and hence people end up reading your content and driving more valued, what I call domain authority, back to your website. Just show a quick example of, say, for the TC Backer website, you'll see we have a blog section, and it's also posted here. I have a team of like nerd writers, I call them affectionately, and they'll research a topic in your industry and write an article that is actually a helpful article or provides value to the reader, and makes it worth reading. And then this thing will be distributed out on one of those mapping networks like I just showed you. And so we also have posted these articles on Facebook with a link back to our website, just to create, more exposure for all things roofing. I mean, me personally, I'm not as concerned about folks actually reading this, although they should and they do, and I'm hoping they do. But I'm just, from my perspective, these articles are infused with good, juicy keyword phrases and links that will attract traffic and Google results for us. So, those are some of the techniques of, just to compare that we do stuff on our website and then we transmit some things out there on the internet away from our website that will send traffic back to us.
Yeah.
You did a really good job on our website too, by the way, John.
He did. And John, you must have a huge IQ. I mean, me and Chris were talking about this earlier. It's like you definitely handle yourself in a professional manner. Mm-hmm. You're a down to earth dude, and your intelligence level, and not to embarrass you in any way, shape, or form, but I struggle in certain areas, especially when it comes to like website design and algorithms and SEOs, but you've learned me enough to be able to break it down in layman's terms for me to understand. And that's the one thing that I love about you, because you go through it slow and you allow me to ask 100 questions, and I can text message you Sunday at 5:30 in the evening, and you'll get back to me, and you go with the ideas that I bounce off of you, and you run with it, and I'll forget that I did, and 2 days later I'll see something posted on Facebook or on our website, and you follow through, and you say what you're gonna, you do what you say you're gonna do, and you're just a great guy, and I'm glad that you're a part of the family. And the thing that I noticed earlier is when you said our website. You handle that website like it is your website, and it is your website. That's your baby. Mm-hmm. You made that from scratch. I mean, what I gave you to work with at the time was an outdated, piece of garbage website that we had designed by Yellow Book back when Yellow Book was still out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't even know if they even knew how to design a website at that time, but you went in there and tore it apart and ripped it down and built what I feel is an awesome website and gave us an awesome presence on, the internet. And then not only that, but you have helped give us a presence on Facebook along with Shane's influence and help and you guys, and we talk about this all the time. It's about who we surround ourselves around is what makes us the company that we are. And you do what you do, and you treat this like this is your company.
Remember when we first got started? My first example is he's epic because I deal with a lot of companies, and you guys got all your stuff. You got me an admin and all that. Like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, our first
Most
day down
people
here.
can't do that.
Our first night down here.
Yeah, for him to even just answer the
Right,
phone that
I
night,
thought,
like
no way.
he didn't even know that we were doing this, and
Right.
it's like, let me call John. And it was 7:00 on a Wednesday night, and John's like on it.
And he executed.
And he executed.
Which most people in that area can't execute at that speed because I do it a lot. I'm like, that's no way it's going to happen. I was like, that's impressive.
Yeah,
They're on.
Yeah,
Like, their circle,
Yeah.
these are steel bolts.
Yeah.
So I was impressed. Like, just a gentle giant.
Yeah, so to touch on the part where you said, Ty, about, he takes the time to explain, make sure you understand. That's one of the biggest things that we preach, and we talk about, get multiple estimates, ask all the questions. If someone is trying to do a service for you and they're uncomfortable with questions that you're asking, you're in trouble.
I did everything
You should be
guys
able to
did.
explain in and out everything that you do. You should know your craft in and out, and John definitely knows his craft. So
Most definitely.
I appreciate you, man, for
Me
sure.
too.
You do a good job.
Awesome.
So that
No,
kind
I
of
thought I
brings
didn't really explain anything too well. And yeah, you guys are running my tablet pretty high. I mean, I told you I'd, pay you for good compliments, but geez, no, I can't.
I'll tell you what, man.
$1,000.
When Vito's opens back up, you can buy some beers at Vito's.
There you go.
So how did you and Ty meet, man? How did you and Ty meet? How'd you guys get in business together?
Well, I met Ty at, I belong to a networking group called ERN, the Executive Referral Network. I've been a member since 2003. And Ty passed through and was a member for a spell. I recall meeting him and learning of his total legitimacy through that networking group where we get together every Wednesday morning. Currently, we meet on Zoom. We have been meeting at Heritage Hills every Wednesday, about 40 of us. The group has been as much as 70 folks, might have been about 60 members when Ty was a member years ago. I recall that he was expanding more into what he's doing now, and he got to be so very productive throughout his time there that found it difficult to keep attending meetings because he had so much good business going on. And then I also ran into him at Sandler training. I don't know if you're familiar with that Stauffer Sandler training, but that whole sales process training, life training as I call it, it's more about let's not waste time with each other and talk about how great we think we are. And so, telling each other that we're, I'm the sliced bread of web development. Let me tell you all the good things. We don't do that. We say, hey, let's find out if there's any reason that we shouldn't work together, and maybe we can, if we discover anything that is a yellow flag or a red flag or even a yellow flag, we'd say, hey, let's call that out and see if it makes sense to stop our conversation. We call it going for the no. And I knew once I ran into Tyrus at the Sandler training that, well, my golly, it doesn't get more legit than that. Where, you know, we don't mess around and try and sell everybody anything we can. We'd rather just, there's an abundance mentality that says, hey, there's tons of business out there. Let's just deal with who it makes sense to deal with. It, you know, we'll provide a solution if it makes sense to their problems, and we're not gonna, you know, try to do something we can't or ask for money where we shouldn't, and just end up with a bad relationship that you don't like working together anyway. So, you know, my history has been, I end up working with clients that I really get along with, that we turn into friends. You know, I've gone to Super Bowls and NLCS championship baseball games with clients, and, you know, we just end up doing stuff together. Heck, if I end up going to a Giants game, yeah.
You'll be there. Jana's cousin is actually now one of the coaches at New York.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got the end now. So I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, we got the end.
Jeez.
You know.
So you're still actively in the ERN group, the EARN group. You still actively do that. What kind of stuff are you guys doing there?
Well, after being one of the founders of the group in 2007, we actually turned it into our own group. Scott Sides and I and a few other board members, we changed from a national chain style networking group called The Tip into our own independent executive referral network. I was the president of the group like not last year, but 2 years before that, which I don't know, gave me a little bit of people experience beyond just normal networking, so I was really digging that. It's just a different dynamic. I played in rock and roll bands with my guitars over the years, and I've usually been pretty comfortable in front of crowds. Just that, you know, when you're a president and running a networking group meeting of 40 business professionals and you're at the podium every week, it's very similar, but, you know, different. Nobody's throwing tomatoes at you, so you're not sure if they like it or not. So, but yeah, that was a good experience, and I'm losing focus. It's been challenging. We've just been meeting on Zoom, like I said, every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock. We used to get together for our breakfast buffet. Now we're getting together on Zoom and making the best of it. We still pass business referral to each other. And so, I mean, I'm a full-out endorser of building relationships and, you know, working them. This group has also taught me a whole lot about, along with Sandler training, that EARN group has taught me about being accountable for yourself. As far as, like you mentioned, you got to do what you say you're going to do. Because by golly, if you don't, you'll be out the door. And, you know, we find that my client base is so similar to my networking group as far as staying in touch and being accountable with each other, that, you know, if you don't do the job you're supposed to be doing, somebody's going to let you know about it, even if just inherently when we visit each other every week, there's a lot of follow-up. Mm-hmm. And especially if you're referred to somebody, if Tyrus would give my name to a friend of his, you better be damn sure I'm going to treat them like royalty and make sure that Tyrus is viewed as a hero, because his reputation is at stake if he recommends me, and I'm fully aware of that. So,
yeah. And that's the biggest referral you can get, man. Mm-hmm. You know, you can drive by billboards all day. You can see infomercials on TV. You can hear it on the radio. You can see ads on Facebook. But nothing is going to stick in your brain better than a close friend, a family member, or someone else like that, you know, telling you go with this guy. You know, he's good. You know what I mean? That's you can't get better advertisement than that, and you also can't get worse advertisement if you screw that up.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, and that's evident, man. That's evident. All these things that you're saying is evident with the way that you carry yourself, the way that you handle your business, the stuff that you do for us, the way that you come through for us, man. That's all evident. You know, and we've been preaching these last couple times that we have businesses on, even back to the home shows.
He was at Hanover.
Yeah, you know,
That was awesome.
We've been preaching how important it is to maintain good networking relationships, maintain good business relationships, because you feed off it, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's the best advertisement that you can get. Small local business, helping small local business. You can't get any better than
A
that.
rolling virtual home show pretty much
No,
all the time.
you know, and John wasn't one of those guys that like got my money and I didn't see him again. You know what I mean? He's still here. I mean, not only was he at the Hanover, but he was at the York show. Like he has supported us through this entire journey from the beginning. He's been a good influence. He's given me good advice along the way. Like, look, we should do this, or don't put your money here, put it there. Right now, we've done this long enough with the momentum. Like, we had a conversation yesterday. He's like, you know, with the SEOs, with the momentum that we have, maybe we should target a little wider area. You know what I mean? And I trust his judgment. He's been doing this since 1995. Or what was it? It was 94, 95 that you got your first printer?
95.
Yeah. I graduated high school then.
Yep.
Just so you know that. That year.
I was gonna say he's awesome. I mean, you can feel his presence. Just a nice guy.
Yeah, man.
And you can
Yeah,
feel
for
it
sure.
when someone knows what they know. They don't have to tell you what they know.
No, and he's
And
not
that's-
like that. Not an arrogant bone in him. He's so humble. Yeah, I mean, check him out. I mean, he's just a cool dude.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? He is cool. He's the definition of cool. You know, he's
Well, I checked you guys out pretty good. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
He was also the first one to drive on our new blacktop at the shop.
yes, he was. Yes, he was. Good job. About 5
Well,
minutes
you
after
know,
they.
And
About
it's hot.
5 minutes after they laid it.
Good
I
stuff.
gotta bring that up.
Good stuff. So, John, with your music, like, what have you done with your music over the years? Like, what have you had any accomplishments? Oh, here we go.
You gotta play something for us, John.
Well, you know, I was thinking we should make a jingle for TC Backer or
There you
something.
go.
like-
Todd's been looking for a commercial, man.
Yes, I have. Yeah, awesome, man. Awesome.
Can you hear that okay?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that coming through?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
need
so
to
you're
turn
a
it up.
legit guitar player, man.
I love TC Backer.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
We get
I love
something
it.
going.
Yeah. I like
You gotta
to.
understand, you like a little on the heavy, crunchy side of things.
Yeah.
We gotta get him and Greg Durden linked up, man. Greg plays the guitar too.
Yeah. Depends on what mood I'm
But
in.
anyway,
But I like where you were going with that. We'll have to talk about that later. I like that.
all right, hang on 1 second. Let me get back here. You're asking about what I've done. Play guitar. Make music. I record stuff. I've done like 2.5 of my own albums, which if you go to johnnystar.com, you can see them. My latest venture is this product, the Visual Guitar Music Theory. Can you see that on your screen?
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah, I see that great.
And then here's a little video that explains the program that I'm selling. You get an ebook and then about 9 videos that'll teach you music theory for guitar in a visual way. So you can buy this thing. Do. Oh, there's a little bit of a group experience. It's a $47 product. I launched it about 4 weeks ago, and we're kind of taking some advanced level guru marketing course technique things from Frank Kern, the master online marketing guru of all time. And so far, I've sold about $3,200 worth of these.
Wow.
Great job.
And spent about $1,700 on Facebook ads to get them there.
Wow.
So, the theory is if I pump this baby up with more ads and figure them out properly to improve that rate, if I spend $10,000 a day on ads, it would make sense. I might get $20,000 back.
Right.
So I'll figure that out.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff right there, John. I didn't know you were working on that on the back end there.
Yeah.
I did know you were a musician.
I don't know if you followed any of my previous Facebook stuff where we've had a few jam sessions with some old buddies of mine during the quarantine. You'll notice we're at least 6 feet apart.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Let's see if you want to hear some music. Look up johnnystar.com. You can. My latest work is probably my favorite. I digress. There's like some political songs here about going crazy with the left and right extremism. Just kind of fun stuff. But it's kind of rocking, some of it. I made a song about, I Hate the Blues. It's about a train coming through Mount Wolf, waking me up at 4 a.m. I don't know if you can hear this. Is that playing?
Yeah. It's a little quiet, but yeah, it's playing.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Cool.
A little bit of that.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, enough about my crap.
Cool. So you got a couple
We got more
albums.
humble talking now. Sorry.
That's all right. So what did I see 3 albums on there that you've made?
Yeah.
Cool. The one I've listened to about a year or so ago with your son
Right.
was in the song. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
But
cool.
that's fun stuff for me. That's what, doing my creative time when I'm not being marketing creative.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff, man. You are very creative, and that's what's helped us along this whole time. So.
I feel like you need to have some sort of creative bone in your body to design websites and do that kind of stuff. Because you can definitely tell when someone invests a lot of time and creativity into a website. With some of the ads that you put on there, and some of the graphics and all that kind of stuff. And then sometimes you'll hop on a website and there's no pictures. It's just links or stuff like that. So.
Right.
You definitely knocked it out of the park, man. Our website is great. I actually was on there a couple weeks ago, and it seems like I stop in our website. I'd say I don't know, once every couple weeks, and it seems like there's always something different on there. You definitely do a good job at keeping it up to date. But so other than designing our website, tell them some of the other things that you've done for TC Backer. Other than just website design, because I know that you do more than that for us.
Right. Well, most of the stuff that I've done, building a website's kind of the starting point. Gives you a foundation for your presence. And then most of the things that have been done are with driving traffic from Google, either through the Google Ads. We've set up Google advertising campaigns for one ad set for roofing, another ad set for windows, another ad set for gutters, and another for siding. So we drive traffic. If you look at a Google search result, sometimes you'll see ads at the top and way at the bottom. So we want to hit there. Then you'll see the map section, and we do SEO work to hit there, along with the organic results. So there are kind of like three different places that can be attacked on Google, especially now that the mobile phones get a majority of the traffic typically. You'll see that the whole screen of the phone is starts off with mostly ads, even before they get to any of the map or the organic result, the non-paid results that you can achieve. So combining that and then doing just some social media presence work where we are writing articles and posting them on different platforms, all in an effort to get the darn phone to ring or people to fill out the contact form on the website to say, hey, I'm interested in getting some work done on the house.
It's working, John.
That's the majority of everything we've been doing. I mean, there are additional things we could do that might be a little over the top and wouldn't be as efficient. I don't know if it's a bad habit of mine, but I typically am a little stingy when using my client's budget. I'll say, well, heck, we could do this. It would cost a lot, might return a little more than what we're spending. But with all the things that I can offer to do, I'd rather do hit hard where you can hit hard, where you get a bigger bang for your buck on any of the marketing that we do, be it Google or Facebook or what have you. So,
yeah. So I imagine you pay pretty close attention to our traffic numbers and stuff. So you have a pretty good idea on when you do something, if it works, if it doesn't work. Do you have any idea on how much more traffic we got since you revamped our website? Do we get a lot more traffic now?
Well, I'm going to say yes, only based on what Tyrus has mentioned. We really don't have any tracking before what I had done. So, I mean, the trend has been ever since we started. After building the website, we sat for a while, pretty insignificantly. Really didn't do much. You could build a website and nobody cares or sees it because you need to generate the traffic to it by doing things like the search engine optimization, infusing it with the keywords and distributing them, getting the exposure you need for people to have the searches start to take hold, and for Google to recognize you and put you in the list of results. And sometimes initially that can take 6 months to a year to see any kind of traction. Fortunately, we started seeing stuff within 2 months. We started seeing, some initial traction, and then it's been climbing pretty steady ever since.
Awesome. So you mentioned on the phone earlier when I was talking to you, about marketing strategies. Is there like a specific marketing strategy that you use for us, and like would that differ depending on what type of business you run for marketing strategies?
Yeah, I mean, it could. I like to use a general theory in most of the messaging, if possible, to say, hey, what are the pains that you're experiencing? Let's try to acknowledge what those pains are, and then offer up. Here are some solutions that we have provided for people that have had those similar problems, those similar pains. Contact us if you want to find out if we can resolve them for you too. Kind of a general pain formula. Rather than saying, hey, we're sliced bread, I'm the greatest web developer of all time. Nobody cares about what I say about myself. And so, let's acknowledge, okay, look, you're starving from not having any Google traffic, your search results are bad, your phone's not ringing, or what problems are you facing with your web presence? That's address those and say, well, if you're similar to the clients we've helped, maybe you should consider giving us a call.
Yeah.
So, that's sort of a general theory I would go about with anybody.
Right. Without having to
And
sit
it's
here
not for
through.
everybody. Some folks that have inquired about working together, that they haven't been on board with that. They'd rather just say, well, we're sliced bread, and we want to say we're sliced bread.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's rare that somebody, wants to go that route after, if you ask them, hey, don't you agree that it makes sense to acknowledge what their problems are? Hey, had a roofing problem, but it didn't get fixed right the first time, and nobody ever came back.
Yeah.
Whatever your biggest problems are, let's talk about it. Somebody started the job, didn't finish till 4 years later, or ever.
Yeah. Yeah. So the social media presence, I know just in the short time that I've been here, I can visibly see a major difference once we started really being active on social media.
Well, you gotta give that up to Shane. Shane is the man.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Man, I appreciate you all.
For sure.
Like you talked about the circle. Everyone has a lot of
He's gangbusters. If all my clients did Shane, I'd sit back and wouldn't have to work.
But the circle, I appreciate that. But our circle, like when you put a bunch of bolts together and they're good bolts, you have world class. That's called Mercedes, right? That's Apple. That's Nike. It's everyone in this circle. And you talked about it. Sandler sales training, right? It's really mind training. And you talked about it, John. It's really being a servant. Everyone in this circle is a servant.
Yeah.
And they love serving. Because if you love serving, you're going to outwork someone that's working for $1. Because you're just bananas about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what this circle is, and we're blessed to be here. So
Yeah.
thank God and thank you, John. I don't usually turn red, but
Yeah.
But anyway, God bless and thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we
So,
love you.
No, man. People don't know the value that you are bringing. I'm assuming they don't know because, man, it takes kahunas to do what you're doing. Getting on live cameras every week and every day. Now, geez, man, and then the exposure that you get them. There's nothing better than being able to meet somebody and get to know them where, in other times you wouldn't be able to get to meet them. And this is a great platform to do it. And you're just the host of hosts. I mean,
he is.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Wow.
I mean, you guys have given us an opportunity to do stuff that we didn't do, like that on that home show thing. I got to tell you that at first I was going to say no. I really was. You can ask my wife. I'm like, we don't leave here. You know what I mean? Like, this is where we stay. But we did it because we want to provide a certain level. Like, if we can't do it, but you allowed us to push ourselves because, we had broken equipment. We never went on there.
Yeah.
My wife had to drive out to every home show. Thank God, Christy. But
Yes.
you allowed us to do that, so thank God to you and everyone else. And John, we had internet problems the first time. We
Yeah.
had to go out and get some other stuff. We're always getting stuff, so thank
At
you.
your show, yeah, we had a lot
Yeah,
of problems.
that
at first.
thing.
Yeah. The Wi-Fi box. Yeah.
So thanks. You know what I mean? We give God, all the credit for sure, and for you all being in this, and and we're born to do what we do. But you're amazing, man. Because that first night, I was like, look, he hooked this up.
Yeah.
He got us on. I'm like, you guys got a rock star. I've been doing this so long. I've been doing this 5 years, and most people have no clue. You take for granted what you did getting them in like that and getting us in, and we have this whole secret flow to get into these things, and you did it. And most people just can't do it. It sounds simple, but you just do it so much you don't even realize how much you know, John. Like it's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
man.
For sure. High performance, man. You are high performance, John.
And we're both Eagles fans, by the way.
right.
Just we're both Eagles fans. Philly
Good
fan, Flyer fan. I'm a Philly everything, yellow mustard and hoagies. So we got that in common. I can tell you right now.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, fine, bud. I hope we have football this year. Geez.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna pick it if they don't have football. You'll
Well, John-
catch me outside with a sign.
John, I'll say is, our Flyers, I don't know if you like hockey, but if you're Philly, we're right there. And I was like, they haven't been right there for a while. So I don't know if you follow the Flyers too, but they were right at the top of their game this year when this all happened. But anyway, God bless you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Thank you, John, for all your help.
Yeah, who knows? Sixers might have made something out of it. Probably not, but who knows?
Oh yeah, I forgot how good they are too. You're right. No joke right there.
Mhm.
They got the big man. They got a
Yeah.
complete team.
Yeah,
Like us, the
Yeah.
complete team. Look at y'all, rock stars.
Yeah.
that's right, man.
Damn, I'm the
Yeah.
water boy. I don't mind. Make sure everyone's hydrated, feeling well. Let's go.
You're not the water boy,
So,
for sure. You've always been a good
Hey, are we limited on time here? Am I getting?
Oh, we're
we
good.
need
man.
you to fill 2 more hours. So you're
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Maybe we want to
Yeah.
go back to your family history, like what's your heritage? No, but so what do your kids? What do your kids do? How many children do you have? Sorry.
37.
Wow, you're doing
So I
well.
just wanted to show you this. I wanted to show you this screen was previously when we were talking about
Yeah.
what to
Wow.
do about your content. The Horizon website we built without any pre-written content. We didn't have anything to go off of,
No.
pretty much.
That clarity's
So I had
amazing.
my
Mhm.
I had my team do a little research. I call it research, where they look at other websites and kind of model the content after what's going on. And all of this content was written by one of my professional writers.
Wow.
And she went through and just wordsmithed the heck out of everything,
Mhm.
better than it ever could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
And with my guidance, infuses it with keyword phrases that help drive traffic. Given our budgetary considerations, we didn't want to pump billions of dollars into this thing, so we did the maximum efficient job as we could of getting the on-site SEO built properly so that traffic would naturally come, and we're not investing as much into the paid ads as we just aren't into.
You use great font. I got to tell you, man. I see a lot of websites, and that eye candy. That is eye candy. It's nice to the eye. Nice spacing, beautiful font, clarity, not overcrowded. Like right away, I can tell you that's a nice, clear eye candy, and your font is amazing. Like it has nice. Most people don't understand what they'll do is they'll put font that you really can't read on a background because they are, like you said, John. They think they're great, and that font looks amazing. And the green with the black behind the white, and those. I mean, like those are all good, very eye candy. Man, that's a beautiful looking website.
Yeah.
Like it is very
It's
good.
small
looking.
things in marketing that people don't realize.
Yes.
Small things, subliminal things that you have to figure out about the human brain and how it looks at things and how it perceives things to be able to catch stuff. You know what I mean? And that's just feed into that. I mean, it's perfect. It's great.
Yeah. No, he's a genius, for sure. He's taught me so much things about all of it that I shouldn't say taught, but have learned for sure more than I ever had about SEOs, algorithms, ads, keywords, blogs. I mean, I didn't know much about any of that stuff. I've heard these things, but didn't know what they were. But John kind of put them all together for me, and again, if I didn't understand, and if I don't understand, and I've asked him in the past the same questions over and over and over. His patience, you touched on it. Like, I'm never afraid to ask John a question about something
That's
at
important.
all. He's so patient with me because I'm an instant gratification kind of guy. Okay, so he deals with that well with me. You know what I'm saying? He's seen me when I was up. He's seen me when I was down. He sees me where I'm just kind of melancholy, and he deals with it well. I mean, he's just he's awesome. I love John to death. He's a good dude.
He turns the virtual into visual.
Yeah.
Like he lets you see what's virtual and scary to guys like us or like me anyway.
Yeah.
And he makes it visual.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, from what you're saying and what I see, it's amazing. That's cool.
He's just great to work with, man. I mean, and he's a family man. He loves his kids. I know that for sure. He talks about his family all the time. And when he said what drives him, happy wife, happy life, like that's true. You know, that's not just John saying that on TV today. That's John through and through. He was having this thing where you guys like were cooking dinner. You were doing these Facebook Live videos and stuff, like a 10-day thing. What was that about with your family?
Every year. We do a family chop. If you look back through my Facebook history somehow, you can see our previous episodes. Like every February, we go to the grocery store and buy each other ingredients and say, all right, let's see who goes first, and we'll pick 2 people out of the family to cook for the other 2 or whoever's there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they judge it, and then one of them gets booted.
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So we'll have
Like
a
what
dessert round and
Who does that? You
I
know?
love it.
find a winner. It's funny.
Yes, it's great stuff.
So we come in every, and we do it on Facebook Live so that, you know, we run around with the iPhone camera and look at the timer. Tick, 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 there's a chef.
Yeah.
That's so
it was
cool.
like a TV show.
Yeah,
like he
I
was
forget
doing.
what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Chopped.
Yeah,
chopped.
and you only get so many ingredients. Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. You know, but he's making memories with his family. His kids will never forget those moments ever.
Yeah.
And now that it's on video, you talk about videos all the time. What do you say? Like when you're gone, those videos are forever.
Yeah, look at the home show. Like we're never like we could never tell the story like we have
Right.
on those home shows. The friends we made.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I mean, you guys took over the home show. You were like the honey hive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Mhm.
Like you turned a boring. We walked around and talked about the people.
Yeah.
You guys took that virtual, and I don't want to go on a side thing, but you guys did that. You took this virtual thing out there where everybody was like, "What's this?" And at the end of the home show, they're like, "Can I get on?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But you have it forever.
Yes.
You know, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's good stuff, John. You getting your family involved with those things and making
Food
memories
is
like that.
memories.
Just
That's awesome.
awesome. It is
Yeah.
awesome. I thought it was really cool. I watched it this past February.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely encourage anyone out there, if you have any kind of needs for any kind of website design, any kind of marketing, you know, you just need, you know, someone to consult, you know, or that can consult you on that stuff. Definitely reach out to John with Flash Avenue. He's great. He's great. We can't say enough good things about him. Definitely a good, down to earth family man.
Yep.
So how can people reach you, John?
Go to flashavenue.com.
FlashAvenue.com.
Yeah, it's up here, flashavenue.com. You can see my client website, you know, list on the portfolio page. I'll scroll through them real fast.
Wow. Love it. Look at those colors. Vibrancy. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Just already. How in the world?
I have to add some more to it. I haven't been keeping up on my own. House painter doesn't paint his own house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you go to flashavenue.com, you can find my phone number, call here, or contact. One thing I did want to show, a tip for anybody that's watching that has a website and wants to do the biggest free thing they can do to get their traffic situated, if they haven't already done it, is make sure you claim your Google business listing. See when TC Backer has this listing over here. Do you see it on the screen where my mouse is wiggling?
Mm-hmm.
That listing shows pretty much everything Google knows about you in a panel. And to get that, you want to go to google.com/business. You see that URL up here, google.com/business, people? Go there. I happen to manage several accounts, so I'm not going to log in and show the guts of it. But if you have a business, this is the number one thing you can do to start getting traffic. Go to google.com/business. Follow the instructions that are there to sign up You'll enter your business name and phone number. Google will say, hey, this looks like you. Is it? They'll confirm by calling you with 6 digits to confirm that it's you, and then from then on you can manage your profile of your business to list things like your hours, your name, address, and phone number, etc. The categories of businesses that of products and services that you offer. You can host promotions and events if you want to, similarly to Facebook. But the minimal amount, you at least have to claim it, verify it, and then fill in your profile as detailed as you can. So that's the biggest tip of the day as far as any of your online marketing. If you already have that and you're fully aware of it, sorry to rant on about it, but that if you don't have it, that is the number one free thing you can do.
Thank you.
To boost your internet presence immediately.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there, man.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Good
Awesome stuff.
Do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, John, we appreciate you coming on the show. You do a lot for us. I've said that a couple times already, and I thank you for that. I can't thank you enough for everything you do and for all the things I don't even know you do. Just know that I know that you do things behind the scenes that I may not know about all the time, but I do know that you got my back and you always look out for my best interest, man, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you. A lot.
So you are welcome. Thank you for putting me in the circle.
No problem,
Yeah, man.
brother. No
Yeah.
problem.
It's an honor.
Before we end, I just want to mention about we are hiring. We need at least 2 service techs. We're also looking for guys that can fit in on the window crew. With the window crew, what that entails is, gutter experience, siding experience, roofing, and window installs. We are looking for an experienced salesperson, man or female person, that is experienced, and we're looking for experience only right now. Like we don't have the time to train. A few months ago we did, but right now we need someone that can kind of just jump in the mix with a valid driver's license that knows how to roof, do siding, windows, not afraid of heights, that can lift ladders, just the go-getter that's looking for a home. We're looking for new people to be a part of the family, and we still provide health insurance, paid time off, paid vacations, paid holidays. We're still rock solid. If anything, we're probably more solid now than we were pre-COVID. We made it through. We've made it through the recession. We've made it through this. There's probably nothing we can't make it through, especially with guys like Shane and John and the Chris Bakers and the Bob Stauffers and the Chucks and the Denny's and the Eric Brewers and everyone that makes this possible. You know what I mean? There's really, I really feel like our foundation tried, they tried to shake our foundation, but dude, we're rock solid.
Yeah.
Amen.
There's no cracks in these walls, bro.
No, man.
Been sealed up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
we love y'all and appreciate y'all.
I know I would definitely work. I'd work for TC Becker if I didn't have this going on. I'd be there in an instant. I see how Tyrus takes care of his team. He provides them with the tools they need and supports them and their sales guys with things like marketing. And you can't beat that when it comes to a company.
Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption.
No, you didn't
that's
interrupt,
fine,
man. Thank
It's
you.
fine.
Yep, thank you very much for everything.
Yeah,
Sincerely.
for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let me cut out yet?
Yeah, it's the end of our show, man, and thank you for coming on. This was a great show.
It was a great
Very
show.
informative.
Yep.
Just thank you for everything. Thank you to all of our employees that, they spend 10, 12, 13 hours a day with us, and then they come on when they have family time, and they come on here and watch us do what we do.
Yeah.
I appreciate all you guys. I know I've seen some of my guys in here this evening. I'm sorry I did not get to reach out to you guys and say hi, but I see you. I appreciate you, all your hard work. I know it was a hot one today, especially after the rain, man, but all the guys put in a really good day. And I just appreciate you. I can't do what I do without you.
Yep.
So if anyone out there is looking for a job, please call me, 717-916-0732.
Yes.
Or if you know somebody that's looking for a job, I would love to have a conversation with you.
Or if you're just tired of working where you're at and you don't feel appreciated, come on down, man.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you. for
Absolutely.
sure.
You will get taken care of
And
here.
salespeople, you know, there's been a transition. I've been in sales my whole life, and I never liked the old way, the tin salesman, and that's not how it is. And you talked about, you've heard John talk about it, you heard Ty. You know, there's people that want your services. Okay, if you're in business for a couple years, the only way you stay in business is because people want your services.
Right.
So just look for those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this business, they have a lot of leads. I've done a lot of home improvements. I did windows. I did